scheduled programming for the following sports special on the PCSRA Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other disseminations or the use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show. It's brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. For over 51 years, it is the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. The PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast is also brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage you fans that together we can end DUI. Now, with the call of today's PCSRA Weekly Show from the Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma, here is your host, the voice of the PCSRA, Danielle Voiles.
And hello and good afternoon / evening, and welcome here to the PCSRA Weekly Show, as the PCSRA Weekly Show is on the air here on the PCSRA Radio Network, the Blue Hedgehog TV, and on the Blue Hedgehog podcast. Daniel Voles from our PCSRA studios here in Oklahoma City. Producer and engineer in Los Angeles is Brad Lewis, as we're back here for a Monday edition of the PCSRA Weekly Show. Just got done wrapping up the Dolphins and Oregon Ducks series, which the Dolphins ended up losing 5-0 to the Oregon Ducks out at James Sanders Stadium, so that is why the show was delayed due to that reason. A lot of people are really shocked about the announcement about what just happened as far as the Kansas City Royals organization. Before we introduce the panelist, Kansas City Royals released the statement today, and that is this. Ned Yost announced today that he will retire as manager of the Kansas City Royals effectively this Sunday after the 29th season finale against the Minnesota Twins. The all-time winningest manager in franchise history and the first manager to lead the Royals to consecutive World Series appearances will finish his career 32nd all-time in games managed with 2,544, 3 more than Hall of Fame manager Earl Weaver. Yost will also finish his managerial career 45th all-time in wins, entering final week with 1,201. Let me know what you guys think as far as that announcement right there is concerned. So, sources are saying Mike Matheny, who was fired by the Cardinals, Great Lakes, will be the replacement manager next season. So that is the biggest announcement right now. So, we're going to go meet in Great Lakes' server. Before I do that, let me go ahead. Let me ping everybody, and about to tell everyone we are live if I have it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody. Okay, I just pinged. Now, I will go ping the Weekly Show managers. We're in Great Lakes' server. If you guys need to join me over there, I'll go through a couple of announcements. Alright, now I've pinged the Weekly Show manager, or the members, not managers. I'm the manager. So, yeah. One other thing I need to mention, nothing has been official with this, announcer. I fixed the, Madden NFL 20 situation, so it looks like we're not going to have any, issues as far as that's concerned. If you need a link to Great Lakes server, Great Lakes will more than likely, send it to you via a DM. Or you can ask me and I'll send it to you via DM on Messenger, or you can DM me DM me on Messenger or DM me on Discord. I'll send you the link. So yeah. Let me do this. Nani says Trixie. Trixie's too funny. Let me go put this link in the NIRA. Yeah. First off, my thoughts on the Dolphins game. Kind of really understandable. Had to play at 10:05 a.m. Just didn't get the bats going the way they wanted to. But when they lost the first game, they end up winning the next 4. So hopefully, the girls can bounce back after a disappointing loss from there. So with that being said, let's introduce. Actually, let me do this. Never. Close that. Let's do this. You. If you want to join, I'll invite you if you want to join. Okay, there we go. So, alright. What the heck? What the heck is Trixie doing? Oh, man. I don't even want to know what's going on, but yeah. Okay, there's your links. We'll get you all taken care of, but for right now, let me introduce the only person in this chat. Joining me for the PCSRA Weekly Show is Great Lakes. How are you doing, my man? Of course, he's muted, but yeah. We'll get some more people to come join me for the show. Today's episode of the PCSRA, I'll leave the link here if he approves. Okay. I just pinged everybody. We'll be we're in Great Lakes server for this week's episode because we're just going back and forth between Great Lakes and my server for the weekly show for the remainder of 2019 is what we're doing. So yeah. Think that's pretty much all I have to say. So, today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show, presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, we are going to... Let me go through my deal here. We are going to... I forgot to tell the YouTuber, join a random deal, and then I can move you over, so... Okay, so today we're going to recap Laguna Seca, Richmond, and Singapore. To go through some news and notes in the NR report, which we're going to talk about the Larry Lemon series from FARC that started their season opener yesterday, or Saturday. Take you through the breaking news stories, some big calendar news in Formula E we need to address. We got some paint scheme previews, some paint schemes for future races and all that. Sports news, if any, which we've already documented, the Kansas City Royals situation. And also, we've also discussed, we'll go through some injury reports for PCSRA, and then we're going to look ahead to Charlotte and Russia. So, yep, let me do this. Okay, let me move him. There. There's Greg.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Ahoy. Yeah. So. Yeah. Alright, first off, before we start the weekly show, what's your what?
So the next time it's in this server and on your server.
We're just going back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when it'll be in my server. I know, like I said, it's going back and forth, so.
Okay. So if you see me going from, I'm not leaving the call, but just going out of the room, I'm going to probably get dinner at some point.
Yeah, and you're not going to share as usual, so. Yeah. Okay, Taylor, I don't know where he is. Cody, I know he'll be back. He's going to be back in half an hour because he's finishing up school. So, alright. So now that we got a few members here, oh, forgot to mention I'm going to update the description because lately I've been lazy on doing that, so I'll do that at some point in the show, so just FYI. Anyway, let's kick off the weekly show on this Monday night edition. First, recapping Laguna Seca. We're going to actually start from in ABC order, and then we'll go from there. So recapping Laguna Seca, the finale for IndyCar. I got the chance to watch the race yesterday. Whoop whoop. Race was really interesting. Saw a bunch of different strategies, how it played out. Then the only full course yellow was Connor Daly got underneath of Marco Andretti going into turn 2. Both of them made contact. The 25 of Daly went around, got stuck on the sausage curb, whereas Marco Andretti continued on. Surprisingly, that did not bring out that brought out the only full course yellow. Then we had an incident that did not bring out a yellow. Santino Ferrucci in the same corner, turn 2, locked up his tires, ran in the back of Takuma Sato and Ed Jones. Santino Ferrucci had some damage on his car, which unfortunately was terminal enough, and he unfortunately had to retire, which didn't bring out a yellow. Then the rest of the race was very calm, very relaxing, as far as that's concerned, all that. And at the end of the day, it was a big day as Colton Herta picks up his second win of the season, and Joseph Newgarden becomes your 2019 NTT IndyCar Series champion for 2019. That means as far as that's concerned. I'll get Greg's rules taken care of in a second. Oh, somebody's back. Oh, it's Great Lakes. He joined the server, but he left because he had to go get dinner, so he'll be back. Okay. So the top 10 results for the IndyCar race was as follows. Colton Herta got the win. Will Power second. Scott Dixon third. Simon Pagenaud fourth. Felix Rosenqvist took Rookie of the Year honors, finishing fifth. Congratulations to the ex-Formula E driver. Alexander Rossi sixth. Sebastian Bourdais seventh. Joseph Newgarden, the champion, the two-time champion, finished eighth. James Hinchcliffe, who will be with Alexander Rossi in Bathurst in a few weeks' time, came home in ninth, and Ryan Hunter-Reay completed top 10. Marcus Ericsson finished 11th. Hopefully he'll get a spot in the IndyCar next season. Then we go over to Richmond for the Xfinity Series. Unfortunately, I didn't watch it because I watched qualifying, but I didn't watch the race because of other things I had to do. Let me just tell you how it went down. Early lap. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Okay, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, wait, what?
No, I'm talking to my sister because he's loud.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks for clarifying that. Where was I? Oh, yes. Mike Millar got turned around on the back straightaway, hit the inside wall. Unfortunately, his damage was terminal enough, and he went behind the wall. His race was done. Then Vinnie Miller blew his engine coming off turn 2. Unfortunately, his race was done. That brought out the second caution of the race. Then the 74 of Tyler Matthews cut a left rear tire down, lost control of his car, backed into the safer barrier. The damage was terminal. His race was done. And then the last two cautions were stages that were won by Christopher Bell. Nothing really happened in stage 3, and Christopher Bell ended up taking the win, and as a result, Christopher Bell is locked into the next round of the playoffs. So the top 10 results for the Xfinity Series race went as follows. Christopher Bell, the winner. Austin Cindric, second. Cole Custer, third. Justin Allgaier, fourth. Chase Briscoe, fifth. Harrison Burton, sixth. Noah Gragson, seventh. Zane Smith, eighth. Michael Annett, ninth. And Tyler Reddick completed the top 10. Other playoff mentions: Brandon Jones got 11th, Ryan Sieg 12th, and Justin Haley finished 17th. He was the lowest of the playoff drivers. We'll give you your playoff standings for Xfinity later on in the race. Then we go to the Cup Series race here at Richmond. I did not watch the Cup race because I had to work that night. And I was just keeping along following this race on Twitter, as much of it as I can. Not of, if. I don't know why I keep saying of instead of if. So anyway. Nothing really happened in Stage 1. That was won by Martin Truex Jr. Then, first incident, contact between Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, and Paul Menard caused an incident off turn 4 that brought out a yellow flag. Nothing really happened in Stage 2, won by Kyle Busch. It was basically a JGR fiasco, if you ask me. Then, Reed Sorensen got turned around. I think he backed into the wall. That brought out a yellow in Stage 3. And then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. locked up his left front tire, got into Truex. Truex spun out, didn't hit anything, continued on. And then Martin Truex Jr. came rallying back after getting spun out, and he eventually goes on to win the Cup race at Richmond. So the top 10 results for the Cup Series race at Richmond goes as follows. Martin Truex Jr. the win, Kyle Busch second, Denny Hamlin third, Brad Keselowski fourth. We'll explain why Keselowski ended up fourth. He was supposed to be fifth, but he ended up fourth. We'll explain in a second. Ryan Newman 5th, Kyle Larson 6th, Kevin Harvick 7th, Clint Bowyer 8th, Daniel Suarez 9th, Jimmy Johnson completed the top 10. Other playoff notables, Joey Logano finished 11th, Chase Elliott 13th, Eric Almirola 16th, Ryan Blaney 17th, Kurt Busch 18th, with Alex Bowman finishing 23rd, William Byron 24th, and Eric Jones, who originally finished 4th, but ended up getting disqualified because the rear toe did not meet NASCAR's requirements, and he ended up being disqualified, ending up last, which means Eric Jones is now in a must-win situation heading into this weekend's race at the Charlotte Roval. Last but certainly not least, we headed to Singapore for the Grand Prix of Singapore. Because I couldn't watch the race because I was asleep. So let me explain how it went down. Interesting strategies going on. 2 safety cars came out. George Russell made contact with Roman Grosjean. He went in the wall, destroying the left front suspension. That was his race done. That ended up bringing out a safety car. Sergio Perez had a mechanical failure, went down the escape road, had to bring out brought out the safety car. I think Russell's was a virtual safety car. Kimi Räikkönen made contact with Danny Kvyat, damaged the left front suspension. That brought out the second and final safety car. And we all thought going into this weekend it was going to be a Mercedes win. That, however, was not the case, to my surprise. And at the end of the day, to my surprise and to the happiness of Italy, Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari, for the third race in a row, took home the checker flag, as I just moved Greg Rutz back in. Sebastian Vettel, for the third race in a row, gets Ferrari a win. Sebastian gets his first win since last year at Spa, and it became a Ferrari 1-2, which nobody saw that coming, if you ask me. So that's really, yeah, welcome back, by the way. Which I was kind of surprised, I mean, as far as that's concerned. But,
I got my dinner.
as usual. Alright, so the top 10 results for the F. Anyway. Yeah, there he is. So the top 10 results for the F1 race was as follows. Sebastian Vettel wins. Charles Leclerc, who started on the pole, comes home second. Still a nice 1-2 result, which I was really surprised. Both Charles and Seb. I wouldn't say... I was thinking Friday, because they were struggling, I was thinking it was going to be not good for Ferrari, but I didn't expect them to get better and better as the weekend went on, which that was to my surprise. Verstappen finished third, Hamilton fourth, Lewis Hamilton that is, Valtteri Bottas fifth, Alex Albon in his third race with Red Bull finished sixth, Lando Norris was the best of the rest, he finished in seventh, Pierre Gasly finished eighth, Nico Hulkenberg ninth, and Antonio Giovinazzi, who scored points 2 weeks ago in Monza, scored points at Singapore, completing the top 10 as Greg Rutsch just left the call again. I think he needs to reboot his phone is what he needs to do to avoid any drama. Okay, so normally I would say I would turn over the panelists and ask them their thoughts. I'll just tell you my thoughts on the weekend. Okay, let me just let everybody know the weekly show. Tell everybody we are live. My thoughts on the weekend, I really think Laguna Seca was really an interesting strategy. You know, we saw a caution-free race in the IMSA race last weekend. You know, the IndyCar race was very fantastic indeed. Singapore, to my surprise, I just didn't expect both Ferrari to go out there and just have a good car. I mean, I was thinking, you know, Seb and Charles were going to have a difficult car this weekend, but I just didn't expect them to win like that, which really... which, to my surprise, they proved me wrong, if you ask me, which, good job by both Charles and Seb. I just didn't expect Mercedes to be off the pace, and, you know, to have just no Mercedes podium, that was kind of another big surprise, because, as I said, you know, I was expecting Ferrari just to have one podium. I didn't expect them to have a 1-2. And then for Richmond... people were complaining about Stenhouse was an idiot as far as that's concerned. I actually would have to disagree with you, because if he locked up the left front tire, you know, there was nothing he could have done to avoid that situation. I mean, it's not his fault if he locks up the tire. Now, you know, could have been avoided, yeah, but let's face it, it's just one of those short track situations. So, I just don't think a lot of people have any common sense on why they would say something stupid on Twitter and on Facebook regarding about Ricky Stenhouse. I mean, I'm just going to dismiss the Ricky Stenhouse's situation, easy for me to say, as far as that is concerned. So, yeah. Anyway, not sure if any of our panelists are looking at the end of the world. I'm going to have to check on Discord. Looks like nobody is here, so let's get into the breaking news let's get into the news and notes while we're waiting for some people to come. In today's NR report, the FARC Larry Lemon Sales short track series took part in Michigan for their 100 lap race. Saw some good yellows, saw some interesting racing, and Taylor Brillin, who lost the championship in 2013 from her own stupidity, ended up taking a very, very good win. I mean, she really just had a bad, she really needed that good run after what has happened to her lately, So, great job by her, and she became the victor and not the penalizer. So, yeah. Couple of other things. Not sure if there was any other races. Stapleton will be back soon as far as his stuff is concerned with NR. But, I really think it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Alright, next thing is that, where is my topic? I need to go down here to Great Lakes. Greg's back. Let me do this. Okay, let me do something real quick as Greg's back. Hang on a sec. Good, you can smack Discord with a baseball bat. Accept it. Hang on, let me do this. Panelists. Alright. There. That way you don't have to worry about having troubles trying to get back in. Anyway. Formula E had some scheduled changes, if I can go find it. They have announced the calendar, which, there's only one race that is yet to be determined, for China, so they'll get to that. The Jakarta E-Prix, which is in Indonesia, will be on the calendar for the Formula E for 2020, for the 2019-2020 season. Their date for December the 13th, 14th, somewhere around that area, got taken off the calendar, so the only two races we'll have for Formula E will be in Saudi Arabia, so hooray. So the only thing that has not been determined is the race in China. The Jakarta E-Prix circuit will be to be announced. And then the Berlin E-Prix date for that has not been announced either, so yeah. You can also catch those races on FS1 if you want, if you're wondering, so that will be interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Jakarta will take place June the 6th, which is D-Day, so yes. Let me look at my top story news, see if we had any. Other news, Alex Labay and Kevin Lacroix got together, coming off the final corner on the last lap at Loudon, New Hampshire on Saturday. Racing deal, if you ask me. Andrew Ranger went on to win the event. Congratulations, Andrew Ranger. They're back in Pinty's. They're going to be at the Pinty's brawl at Jakarta at the new short track. So they're going to be back in Canada. So that's good news there. Nico Hulkenberg is still without a ride for 2020. Roman Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen will be back with Haas F1 next year. I still don't agree with it, even though it is what it is as far as that's concerned. Let me tell, and one of our panelists has finally got. One of our panelists just got the thumbs up to come join us. Cody will join us in about 9 minutes time. Cody Smart, that is. Give me 1 second. Let me ping Taylor. So, yeah. I really don't know why Gunter Steiner keeps saying that Americans are not ready for F1. I mean, I would disagree with that statement. They're absolutely ready if they're given the chance. That's just my... Why? As soon as I say that, I'll be back. Be back, guys. What'd you want?
If anybody can hear me on the weekly show, I just want to say this one thing. Coming up with my channel, I want to announce it on here. While I got the chance, I'll be doing. We are trying some different things on my channel for first our reviews. I've recorded as of their field is on. So yeah, we'll wait for Wizard to get back. And I don't know what we had 22 products to them right now. Okay then. I don't know what that was about Great Lakes, but okay. Sorry to interrupt you there, Greg. I just ran in, yeah.
My dog.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright.
I just went for some announcements for my channels.
Wait, what?
I just had to go over some announcements on my channel.
Yeah,
Didn't mind it.
it's fine. I didn't mind. And I'm guessing the panelists were looking at the end of the world.
Well, he comes and goes now, but we're on through.
I was referring to Taylor. Yeah. The rest of the panelists are looking at the end of the world. What do you expect? But as I was saying, not happy with the fact that, you know, Haas is making a decision. I mean, American drivers are ready to join F1, but that's just my opinion. So that was what I was trying to finish up. So. Eric Jones, as I mentioned, got disqualified, which puts him in a must-win situation, which I know that's not going to do him any favors. Which, by the way, they did not file the appeal as of the result at noon Eastern Standard Time, and they, as a result, like I mentioned, are now 16th of the 16 drivers. And the chances of him making it into the next round is very slim to none. So I think we can possibly say, unless Eric Jones wins at the Roval, I don't think he's going to make it into the next round of the playoffs. So, yeah. So, trying to see if there's any other news stories. I don't think there is. Reminder at my job, this Wednesday is the final Western Wednesday movies that we're going to have. This time it is the movie Josie Wales, starring Clint Eastwood. That will be coming out September the 25th, which is this Wednesday. It'll be shown at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets are $5 a piece. Visit HarkensTheaters.com for more information and possibly enjoy some good Western movies. So, yes. See if there's any other news. He's gonna smack you for that. He's gonna say, I'm about to tell him, do not look at the YouTube chat. I just told Taylor, whatever he does, he better not look at the chat. Taylor's gonna say, Greg? I'm about to... Alright, let me see if there's any other news. Don't think we have any other NASCAR news. Yeah. Let me actually go through the, what the heck? Okay. Let me go back to my agenda. Paint scheme previews, which reminds me, I'm actually going to make a paint scheme previews chat, because I need, okay, I'm gonna need this locked. Weekly show panelist, weekly show host, that's what I need. Paint scheme. Paint schemes. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let me put up some paint schemes. No problem, dude. That's a fictional. Here's the first one. Alex Bowman has a new sponsor. CI Cincinnati has signed a multi-year agreement that will run through 2028. He'll be in that scheme for 2 races next year, so that's really good. Who remembers Jack Daniels? Remember Jack Daniels that sponsored Richard Childress full-time in what is now the Monster Energy Cup Series? They have brought that iconic sponsor back with Austin Dillon in the number 3 for this weekend at the Charlotte Roval, which looks pretty slick. Corey LaJoie has a new paint scheme for Dover. Dryden, not only the sponsor for Corey LaJoie, but also the sponsor of the Dover race weekend called the Dryden 400. Going to run that. Let me see. The 36. I need to go back and look at the 36 as far as that is concerned. I don't know if that's for the Rover or not. I think that's all the paint schemes I have. Oh, in the V8 Supercar notes, the number 9 machine for the V8 Supercars, Kiss, which is a band, is going to be sponsoring this car for the Surfers Paradise race weekend. That's going to be nice. For the Gold Coast 600, so that's cool looking paint scheme in my opinion. If you're not a Kiss fan, then I don't know what's wrong with you, so yeah. So I believe that's all the paint schemes. Let me check my weekly show. I think I did put an announcement out. The 51 is for the Roval. I'm sorry to cut you off, Greg, but the 51's for the Roval, for Jeremy Clements. Trying to think if there's any other news. I do not think there's any other news. Let me remind everybody we're about to make predictions in a second. Yeah. Remember to people, if you cannot make it to the weekly show, just remember to put the predictions in the correct chat. Or we'll have to... Or in the server. Yeah, in the server. If you're in the Great Lakes server. If you're in my server, just put in the predictions chat. So. NASCAR chat predictions for Great Lakes server. Unless you're in my server, it's in the predictions chat. If you're doing global in Great Lakes server, it's in the global chat. Unless you're doing it in my server, it's in the predictions chat. Actually, let me, I need to go over the overall standings when we get to that part in a second. Because I have not because I need to copy this from the, let me get the predictions. The overall standings predictions. I'm actually going to...
Where did I make mine?
Since you're gonna... Well, you're gonna just tell me... You're just gonna tell me your picks. Since you're here, if you weren't here, you could do either in a server or DM me your picks. It didn't matter, so... let me actually give you guys, before we look ahead to Russia and Charlotte... What?
Don't look at the...
Oh no, it's Cookie Monster. Oh, wonderful. Oh, if you get a ping, that's because that's the overall standings, which I'm actually going to go through that, so... Yeah. Hi, Uncle George. So... Let's look ahead. I'm actually going to preview Russia since Greg doesn't watch F1. So we're going from Singapore, which is a bumpy track, to the home of the 2014 Winter Olympic Games, the Russian Grand Prix. This track really is really good track. Technical corners. Hi, Blue Junior. Hey, Blue Junior's in the chat. My son's in the chat, and I know I haven't talked to him, but oh well, he'll forgive me. Turn 3. I knew you were gonna say that, Greg. Anyway, turn 3 with this long left-hander could really hurt the tires. The tire compounds are C3, C4, C5. C5 will be for the soft, C4 will be for the mediums, and C3 will be the hards. Russia, I really think it's going to be interesting with the strategy. I think a lot of people are going to... How was your day, by the way, Blue Junior? I don't know. You're funny, son. Yeah, Blue Junior needs to... Blue Junior loves saying dad, so he... Yeah, Blue Junior calls me like I'm his dad, so, which I don't have an issue, so. But anyway, your day was good. That's good, son. You made sure you do your homework? Yes, my hedgehog son. Yes, who's like in second, I think he's in second grade. Yeah, he's in second grade. Second or third, I don't remember what grade he is in.
I understand.
Yeah, long story short. But anyway, Russia, I think is going to be interesting. 53 laps. Should be a good race. Should be exciting. With how this race weekend will play out for the race weekend. Wait.
Did you just say
Hi, Cody.
I think somebody just jerked my name up.
That's good, son.
Okay, I'm playing Discord.
Well, Cody, that could have not come at a perfect time for you, bro. I was doing a preview of Charlotte Roval, so you didn't miss much. So, hooray! Thanks to my amazingness of doing the show later in the day after having a 4-hour game I had to do earlier. Jeez. Yeah. Hi, Elijah. Don't summon Satan. Oh, good lord. I knew that was going to happen.
I do.
By the way, Cody, Greg's going to get smacked by Taylor because Greg just roasted Taylor in the YouTube chat, so. Oh. What the heck? What the heck, Kev's here in the Victory in Jesus chat? What the heck? Cody, you better not look at this photo I'm gonna put in the weekly show messenger chat, because this is what I got from Kev in the Victory in Jesus chat.
Oh god.
Someone put Steven, and then on the panel is like Pollard. Oh, good lord. Oh no, Elmo's here. Oh, good lord. Oh no. So Russia is going to be good. So Cody, let's talk about the Charlotte Roval since it is race 2 for the Xfinity drivers in the playoffs. It's the first elimination race. With the 550 rules package we're using, will this be an unknown race with the 550 rules package, since this is the first time we're using the 550 rules package at Charlotte? Do you think that's going to be a unknown how the race could be with the Charlotte Roval and with this being an elimination race where 4 drivers get eliminated? You what? Nice motivational belch. Anyone home? You're fine, Cody. If you're doing homework, then that's understandable. You're not David. Cody Smart, 2019. You might call him David Heller Jr., Cody.
Especially for an elimination race, I will say.
I really think it's going to be unknown with that rules package because we don't know what to expect on a road course with that rules package. Plus, the stakes are high with 4 drivers getting eliminated after this race for the Cup Series. And if you're Eric Jones, you're in a must-win situation, if you know what I mean. Oh my god, SP3 just left in the Victory in Jesus chat.
Oh wow.
GG. In my defense, Elmo, your ding-donging ditched us 7 times left. What the heck? What the heck in the YouTube chat? Oh my word. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this race weekend will play out so far. Alright, it is time for predictions, my friends. We finally made it to this point of the time predictions. Here's how it works if you are new to this channel. Driver to win, driver to stay away from, driver that is the dark horse. Let me remind the panelists, since Greg is not used to, since this is the first time Greg's doing an elimination race. For Cup, you're telling me the 4 drivers that are going to get eliminated. The drivers you cannot pick to be eliminated, since I want to make sure Greg knows this. The 4 drivers that you cannot pick to be eliminated are the following: Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, and Joey Logano. Those 6 you cannot pick to be eliminated because they are more than enough points above the cut line to where they cannot get eliminated. From Chase Elliott all the way down to Eric Jones. Let me pull the whoops, where's, oh crap, I'm in the wrong server. Whoopsie. Here. Hang on one second. Let me show you a picture of what I'm talking about in this chat. If you look at the chat, yeah, this is the Cup Series playoffs. The ones that says clinch spot in round of 12, you cannot pick. I would include Keselowski, Hamlin, Logano in that list. So the only people you can pick are Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Ryan Newman, Ryan Blaney, Eric Almirola, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Clint Boyer, Kurt Busch, or Eric Jones that you think will not move on to the next round. But you can still pick the drivers that have already clinched a spot in the round of 12 for your predictions still. So, hey Trixie, who is muted. Don't ask me why. Okay, Cody Smart and I are going to be doing Russia first because that is our guarantor. But first, let me go through the prediction standings for global because, as Cody Smart mentioned, there has been some shaking up in the points.
Yeah, and to basically discuss some things over here.
Go ahead, Cody.
Look at the points over for Globo, and here's what
Robbie Money 76, thank you for the follow. Sorry, Cody, I was looking at my PS4. Continue.
So that's why we went from 5 contenders down to just 2. Those 2 being myself and Zachary Taylor. Taylor is currently 26 points back, and the amount of points appropriate to currently stay, as of right now, is 45.
Yeah.
At the time being, there's a possibility that it could be a likely possibility, according to where things have been at between me and Taylor lately, that if Taylor doesn't turn things around soon, that he could possibly be knocked out around my birthday weekend.
Yep.
At the Bresnos 1000.
Yeah, probably Bathurst probably might shove the title fight to either Surfer's Paradise or possibly the last Enduro at Sandown. But, yeah. As Cody mentioned, Cody leads. He has 381 points in the bag. As he mentioned, 26 points over Zachary Taylor with 355. And then me, Orman, and GoForward just recently got eliminated, but we're battling for pride. I'm in third place with 290 points, even though I'm the first to be eliminated. Nathan Orman is only 14 back in fourth with 276, and Cody Goforth is fifth with 250. And then David Heller with 4 will finish sixth. Derek Hamill 7th with 3. Kyle Langland will finish 8th with 2 points. The NASCAR standings, if I can go back up here, which actually Fitzy pinned it for me. Actually, no, I pinned Global. For the NASCAR standings, which actually, Fitzy pinned it. Here's how the standings shook up. Richmond shook up the point standings. Cody Smart has a 6-point lead now over Nathan Orman, who is in second place with 135 points in the bag. I'm in third place with 104. Hi, welcome back, Elijah. Zachary Taylor is fourth with 103 points in the books. Kyle Langland rounds out the top 5 with 92 points. David Heller is 6th with 77. Cody Goforth 7th with 73. Ty Dent is 8th with 59 points. Quentin Moore is 9th with 58, so 1 point difference between those two. Great Lakes complete the top 10 with 46 points in the bank. And then everyone below Great Lakes don't think have a chance to win the NASCAR standings. Derek Hamill is 11th with 15. Greg Rutz is 12th with 14. Elijah is now dead last with 12 points. Excuse me. So yeah. So overall point standings: Cody Smart 522, Zachary Taylor 458, Nathan Orman 411. I have 394. Cody Goforth 323. That's probably where the top 5 could be decided, is just Smart, Taylor, myself, Orman, and Goforth.
What race is it for NASCAR this week?
Charlotte for Xfinity and Cup. Kyle Langland right now I think could get the best of the rest, really, because the thing for Orman is he's got a comfortable gap to where he can't lose any more points to Kyle and them, so yeah. Alright. So, where are my actually, Cody and I are going to go first with the predictions for Russia. Alright, Cody, what do you got for Russia this weekend? Let me go.
So, I hear Ferrari isn't expected to do very good in there, but Charles Leclerc has been pushing it lately.
Yeah.
We haven't seen. So, I'm kind of guessing that according to where things have lied, that I could maybe pick possibly Charles Leclerc as the driver to win.
For Russia, ooh.
Because, I mean, he's won at other tracks that Ferrari wasn't expected to do good in.
Alright, so Charles Leclerc is your driver to win, right?
Yeah.
Since it's just you and I for global, we're back to 1, and it's 1 point apiece since we're back to global for F1. Stay away from.
Robert Kubica, like
Robert Kubica. Well, and also Kubica not returning to Williams, you know, what do you expect, so.
Yeah.
And your dark horse.
That's easy, Lewis Hamilton.
That's easy, Lewis Hamilton. Alright, so I will get Taylor's picks whenever he comes in here.
Yeah, I heard Orman rage quit after last week.
Yeah. Alright, Goforth is going to stick with his original picks from Singapore, except he's going to take Lando Norris as the driver to stay away from. So we'll have Hamilton to win, Lando Norris stay away from, Verstappen the dark horse. I'm going to do Orman's picks. He's going to have the same picks. Wait, who?
No, it's my program.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah. I have way too many open.
Yeah. Orman's gonna I just picked Orman's picks. He's gonna go with the same predictions, except he's gonna take Lance Stroll as the driver to stay away from. So I'll be doing his picks. My picks, I'm gonna change it up since for some reason it's not going my way. So here's my picks. Driver to win for Russia. I was going to think Lewis Hamilton, but the way Ferrari's been going of late, I really think he might go back-to-back. Driver to win, Sebastian Vettel. Driver to stay away from. Okay. You know what? I'm going to agree with you, Cody. Robert Kubica, because he's never raced at Russia before. Especially at the Sochi Autodrome, so.
Hold on a second, I'll be right.
Alright. Dark Horse. You know what? I'll just go with Charles Leclerc. Just because that team has gotten its act together ever since we came out of the summer break, so. Alright, so Orman will keep his picks as the same. Alright. Who's ready for the NASCAR picks? If I can find the entry list. I need the entry list. That's what
You have the entry list?
I'm looking for it. If not, we'll just wing it. I heard from Brian in the Victory in Jesus chat. Welcome back. Uh-oh. Taylor's gonna kill you what you did in the YouTube chat. Oh no. I just told Taylor we're in Great Lakes server. By the way, if you guys want to join the server for the weekly show, Great Lakes or I will have the link to you guys. Yeah, it's in the YouTube chat. Okay. Trix was eliminated in the round of 12. Good one. What were you going to say, Cody?
So trying to see when somebody roasted Taylor on the YouTube chat.
Oh, by the way, actually, wait, let me. By the way, just to let everybody know, the stages for this year's race has been extended. It was 15, 15, 25. It's 20, 40, 67. So drivers cannot make it 67 laps on one tank of fuel. So fuel window is going to be interesting. All right. Okay, Cody, I'll let you go first because you're the amazing, amazing friend. Start it off. Or stare at the end of the world for your driver to win. Wait, what? You were cutting in and out. I didn't hear that last part. Say again. Okay. Let me check something. I did not put eliminate. What the... Okay, what the heck, Discord? Discord, what the heck? I'm about to smack you with a baseball bat. No, I'm back. Discord cut out. I'm smacked Discord with a baseball bat. Accept it. I'm gonna smack Discord with a baseball bat if it doesn't stop raping us. And Cody will accept that.
Oh my god.
I will rape Discord so hard, Discord will cry a baby in the next coming days.
I'd like Tumblr.
Alright. Wait, did I not give you... Did I not put Great Lakes in here? Shoot, I forgot to do Great Lakes' deal. Dadgummit! I was getting myself ahead of time. I forgot to put Great Lakes' name in there. Gosh dang it. Okay, that's much better. Dadgummit. Chinese angels, I dream your butter cookies. Oh, good lord. Okay. Alright, great. Let's actually give... Yeah, we'll... I don't know what Cody said. I was gonna ask Cody what he said before I got kicked out rudely by Discord.
I don't know at this point.
Okay, you're still thinking about it?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know. Xfinity is easier.
Yeah, Cup
I'm
is...
gonna do Xfinity.
Okay. Cup, you're still debating on that, right?
Yeah, like for Xfinity, here's what I'm thinking. The winner will not be Bill. I'll say that right there. The winner will not be Bill. But I think the winner is going to be Cole Custer.
Cole Custer.
Last year's winner.
Yep. Which last year's winner is in the field this year, so stay away from.
I'm thinking Ryan Sieg is the driver to stay away from.
Dang, that was one of my picks I was gonna say. Dark Horse.
I'm going to pick last year's winner, Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe. Cup, you're still debating on that one, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't really know.
Okay, so let's go to Greg. Remember, you can... Okay, okay. Wow. Wow, me. Why do you have... Okay, Mouth, why do you have to do a tongue twister in front of the audience on YouTube, for Pete's sake? Which, by the way, Greg did not... I don't know if he saw the Redskins-Cardinals game from late last night or not.
I'll watch at some point.
Yeah. Hence, I'm not going to spoil the winner.
No, don't.
Alright, go ahead, Greg, for Xfinity and Cup. Just, this is like wing it.
Have the list of like you've been doing.
The entry list... Gosh dang it, J-Ski, when are you going to have the entry list come out of your... Yeah, let's wing it. Yeah. That's Cup, by the way. Yeah, you can do... Well, you can do either Cup or Xfinity. But thanks for giving me your driver to win for Cup. Yeah, you can finish your Cup. I'll let you finish Cup. Alright. Go ahead. Stay away from...
with Dark Horse.
Wait, what? What was your pick for stay away from? Because it cut out.
Logano.
Joey Logano. Wow, Great Lakes will be pleased about that. One person you're not going to please is Travis.
Travis for getting ejected for triggerness.
Yeah, Travis, accept
I'm
it.
gonna get ejected for triggerness. We gotta win. Accept it.
Dark Horse.
Roll to yourself and accept it. You're on, bro.
On my live stream.
Thank you, live stream. Great job.
What's your Dark Horse, Greg?
My Dark Horse, I would say, Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch. Now here comes the fun part for you. Tell me the 4 drivers you think will not move on to the next round from that list I put in that chat.
Which chat?
The NASCAR chat in Great Lakes' server.
Let me see. Look at that. Because I want
F. If otherwise, I can do it in your DM if you don't mind.
do that.
Yes. If I can find where's the updated? Yeah, this is the one. This is the one after. There it is in your DM. You can't pick Kyle Busch because he's locked in the next round. You can't pick Truex because he's the only winner, which means Truex also is going to have a 9-point lead, have those bonus points carry over to the next round. Truex, Harvick, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, you cannot pick to be eliminated. Everybody else is fair game. Teal's active on Discord. I went to go hug him.
On your server, Blue?
Well, he just went active on Discord. Kyle. Alright.
I'm gonna go. So 4, is that right?
4 drivers get eliminated in Cup. Who's your first one?
Byron.
William Byron. Hold on. William Byron. Second driver?
Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney. Wow, you're saying last year's winner is not making the next round. That's interesting. Third driver you think will not move on to the next round?
Clint Boyer.
Clint Boyer. That might be my other pick. I could pick pick. Dadgummit. Phone, cooperate. And who's your last driver? Alex Bowman.
Yes.
Okay, now your Xfinity picks. Yeah, let me get you the. I do not have the entry list, so.
Okay.
Actually, hold on, let me do something real quick. Do you need the driver's list? That would be better.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, I need it. Where's the stupid driver's list? I'll just drop it off in your DM. Why? I am not a butthead. Smack somebody for calling me a butthead. Accept it.
Okay. I apologize for being new at this.
Up, Teal saw my post. Okay, there's. Check your DM.
I did apologize for.
Teal Hedgehog 25. Hedgehog 25 just arrived. Seen oaf. Please nerf. Yep, the Teal Hedgehog has arrived at the party. I'll do this in a second. The heck? Aw, you... Okay.
Somebody said hello.
I don't think I said hello. Unless that's...
Teal somebody.
That was Teal.
That was it, alright.
I just said...
Go, get
Yeah.
Goldfish rated.
Yeah. You do that. I just gave him the weekly show role. I'm gonna go eat, by the way, so I'll be right back. Hold that thought.
Okay, then, as we wait, and we're waiting. Danny and his love for Barbie, Danny and his love for Barbie, Danny and his love for Barbie. Gotta give me something. He's gonna smack you for that. No, she doesn't hear about this. If they came across on the street, he may hear about it. What's going on? Hold on. Like, if it's already learned for what it is, I got the wrong role for him. I meant new number, not naughty stuff. Let me do this play here. Pull this up. Oh, well, that one was the Derby Grandpa. Alright, there you go. And I just removed the never assisted the server, and there we go. Good PSRA
way, I had tacos and I didn't share it with you guys. Okay, where were we?
Xfinity.
Yeah, Xfinity.
Driver to win, I'm going to go with
Christopher Bell. Okay, hold on a second, Greg. Christopher Bell. Stay away from?
I'm going to go with Austin Cindric.
Ooh. Interesting pick there, mate. Dark horse.
I'm going to go with Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe. Alright. Next up, Great Lakes.
Alright, hand on to me.
Alright. Okay. Let me give Teal his slushy. Oh. Alright. Alright. Whenever you're ready, Great Lakes.
We're going to Xfinity and then Cup, right? Or
Yes. Xfinity and Cup.
Alright.
That's the only ones we have this week for NASCAR.
Sounds good.
Alright. While Great Lakes is doing that, I got some. Alright. So while Great Lakes is thinking, let me go ahead and tell you who everybody else picked for
Oh yeah, you see what Trixie posted on the NASCAR chat, Blue?
Wait, what? Oh, I saw I saw that. I was like, wait, what in the world, Trixie?
I don't know what she's doing.
I don't know. Either way, Trixie. Great Lakes' friend in the server we're in. Alright. So while you're doing that, let me tell you what David Hiller has said for his predictions. For Xfinity, he said Cole Custer is the driver to win. Brandon Jones is the driver to stay away from. Tyler Reddick as the dark horse. Ooh, that's interesting. For Cup. Yes, dear. For Cup, he said Ryan Blaney is the driver to win. Kyle Larson is the driver to stay away from. Chase Elliott is the dark horse. And then the four drivers he thinks are going to get eliminated. Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, which, like I said, Eric Jones is 45 points below the cut line and in a must-win situation. His third pick, he says Clint Boyer will get eliminated. And he's going to take Ryan Newman. Wow, that's a good one, David. Let's see if that strategy pays off. If you know what I mean. Alright, and for Q-Man, for Xfinity, he said Christopher Bell is the driver to win. His stay away from, he will take... He'll take Michael Annette. Ooh, that's a good one. Dark horse, he'll take Tyler Reddick. Q-Man's picks for Cup, he'll take Kyle Busch to win. Kyle Larson to stay away from. Chase Elliott, the dark horse. And then his four drivers he's going to pick to be eliminated. Larson, Clint Boyer, Not Clinton. Clint Boyer, you stupid phone. Eric Jones. And he's going to say William Byron's going to get eliminated. Ooh, that's a good one. That's good picks, Mr. Q-Man. Alright, for Great Lakes, you have said Justin Allgaier, the driver to win. Brandon Jones, the driver to stay away from. Michael Annett as the dark horse. That's interesting. For Cup, you say Kyle Busch will be the driver to win. Joey Logano to stay away from. Eric Almirola, the dark horse. Your 4 drivers you think will get eliminated are Eric Jones, Kurt Busch, William Byron, Clint Boyer. That's interesting. AKA God, that's a good one. And then Cody Goforth, going to make his picks. Xfinity, he's going to take Tyler Reddick to win. Michael Annett to stay away from. Justin Allgaier, the dark horse. That's interesting. Cup Goforth said he's going to take a bold pick. William Byron to win. Oh, Goforth's going for a risk. Wait, what? Byron to win, Kyle Larson to stay away from. Chase Elliott, the dark horse. And then he's going to say Larson, Boyer, Eric Jones, and Kurt Busch to be eliminated. Wow. So he thinks both Penske cars will not, or not Penske cars, Ganassi cars will not make it into the next round. That's interesting. Alright, so you guys ready to hear mine?
Yeah.
Alright, my picks. Alright, yes, let's hear mine. Okay, I had to say the sentence, who am I going to pick for driver to win? My driver to win. He really shocked us all. And I'm going to say he's going to go back to back. Driver to win, Chase Briscoe. Driver to stay away from. I was having a difficult choice to pick for a driver to stay away from. But if I had to pick a driver to stay away from based off what my picks were, and you guys should have picked them, I'm gonna say stay away from Justin Haley. My dark horse. I am going to take Austin Cindric because he had a streak of winning 2 consecutive road courses. Did okay at Road America. I think he's going to get the job done as far as my dark horse. On to Cup. My driver to win the Cup race. Oh, man. I think we saw a surprise winner, Ryan Blaney, which we didn't expect that. You know what? I'm going to take a risk, and if this risk doesn't work, oh well, I gave it a shot. Driver to win the Cup race. Paul Menard as my driver to win. That may not be good for my point situation, but I'm going to just go for it. Driver to stay away from.
I'm gonna go crazy, I swear.
Yeah, I think Paul Menard's going to pull off a shocker. Stay away from. I really feel like this driver has really kind of disappointed me. I mean, it's just not a surprise as far as that's concerned. But if there's one driver who needs to be on the honorable part of the driver to stay away from, I'm going to say stay away from Joey Logano. Sorry, Travis, it's not going to happen. As for my dark horse, I'm going to say Martin Truex Jr. right, now comes the fun part. Who are my 4 drivers that I think will not move on to the next round? My first driver that will get eliminated. He had a good result at Richmond, struggled at Vegas. It's going to be tough for him to dig himself out of a hole. My first driver to get eliminated. I'm sorry. What? Oh my god. I'll be right back. I was just getting to a part of my first driver. Where was I? Oh yes, since I'm back. Okay. By the way, Cookie Monster, you spelled Cody wrong. It's C-O-D-Y, not K-O-D-E-E. Okay, my first driver to get eliminated, I'm going to say Kurt Busch. My second driver, I think, is going to get eliminated. I think that DQ he got at Richmond really is going to come back to haunt him. I'm going to say Eric Jones will not move on to the next round. My third driver that's going to get eliminated. I'm going to say Ryan Newman is going to get eliminated. I really don't think credit to Ryan Newman for getting that car in the playoffs, but I just don't think Ryan Newman's going to get it done and get in the next round. And my fourth and final driver that's going to get eliminated. I think a fourth place is not going to be on the cards, and I'm sorry to Nathan Stapleton. I have to say Kyle Larson's getting eliminated. Last year he got lucky because of the 96, but I don't think he's going to get lucky again. So Kyle Larson is going to be my fourth and final driver that's getting eliminated. So, yeah. Sorry to Stapleton, but I just don't think it's going to happen, if you ask me, as far as that is concerned. Alright, so that is our picks. Most of our other people will send me their predictions later on in the season. So. That's it for this week's predictions. I will get everybody else's picks later on. So, what are your final thoughts? Great Lakes, I'll start with you on this weekend of racing, what we saw, and what do you think we could see at the Roval? So my final, well, I was hoping he was going to say something, but probably not. My final thoughts for the weekend, just to wrap it up, which I will see you guys later in a while. Final thoughts for me. I was really proud of what Ferrari did, which, we all thought, last weekend it was going to be Mercedes winning, but Ferrari, these guys really did a great job. They really showed me why they had a chance to pull it off, and, hats off to the Ferrari guys and gals that busted their butts off. Seb looked like he's back to his normal self. Shaw's maybe disappointed, but a nice 1-2 nevertheless for the team. First 1-2 for them on the season for Ferrari of 2019. And it's going to be a fun rest of the season, if you ask me. So let's look at this week's upcoming PCSRA Weekly Show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. Next week, we are going to recap, if I can go find my schedule here, my race weekend schedule. You can go away because I don't need you. Next week we're going to recap the Russian Grand Prix what is going on with motorsports. We're going to recap Russia and Sochi. As far as that is concerned, we'll take you through some news and notes in the NR report, take you through the breaking news stories as far as what we got, as far as stuff is concerned and all that. And then we are going to look ahead to the following. First elimination race for the Xfinity Series, first race of the second round for Cup, the season finale of the DTM at the Hockenheim circuit in Germany. We also have the that I believe that's all we have for next week as far as that's concerned. Yes, so Hockenheim and Dover are the next races we have for our wonderful show of next week to preview. So that's a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. And remember to keep praying for one Manuel Carrera, who is still recovering from his injuries after what happened at Spa. So still praying for him on a speedy recovery. The Oklahoma Highway Safety Office is a proud partner of the PCSRA weekly show and OU Sports, and we remind all of our friends together that we can end DUI. Visit enduyok.com for more details. Want to thank Cody Smart, Great Lakes, Greg Rutt. Let me rephrase that. Want to thank Great Lakes, Cody Smart, for joining us. Also want to thank our great panelists, great crew all season long: Cody Goforth, Nathan Orman, Kyle Langland, Zachary Taylor, Elijah Leonard, our statistician Caleb Hobbs, producer and engineer Zachary Fitzwater, Jackie Tang, and Alex Hawkins, and Greg Runtz running the show for us back in our PCSRA Network studios. Final score, one final time, last Saturday night in Austin, Texas, on Saturday Night Football. It was Texas 36 and Oklahoma State 30. Until next week, when we recap Russia, Charlotte Roval, take you through the breaking news stories between now and then, get you some news and notes in today's NR report, paint scheme previews, sports news, if any, and all of our amazing panelists together. And we look ahead to Dover for Xfinity's first elimination race, first race of the second round for Cup, and DTM's season finale in amazing Hockenheim in Germany, the home country of Sebastian Vettel. This is Daniel Vola saying, Boomer Sooner, everybody.
This PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast has been brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. For over 51 years, it's the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. The PCSRA Weekly Show was also brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where together we can end DUI.